how do we make that? How do we make life insurance cool? That's and I'm talking to my people, right? I mean, this is the ADOS podcast, and everything that we do on the ADOS podcast is pretty much tailored to our audience, which is ADOS folks, ADOS people. Although we love everybody, but I'm talking with my people when I'm having these podcasts, right? And an issue that I noticed in our community, and maybe you can talk about the 3 years worth of experience that you have in the populations of people that you've enrolled in life insurance and what those demographics have been. And maybe we agree on this, but in my perspective, there's a lot of people in our community, especially in high urban communities where there's a lot of black people that don't have life insurance. I mean, that's just kind of, especially if they, are living in poverty. They just don't have it because honestly, it's just a conversation that they don't have within the family. So how can we make life insurance cool, man? How can we make having a life insurance policy something that's worth talking about in the family?
I mean,
at the dinner table, we're talking about you made your life insurance policy payment. Okay, cool. You made your life insurance policy payment. Okay, cool.
I mean,
and then let's eat.
I mean, you just gotta. I think people gotta do their research on how life insurance has helped families. I went to Texas for a week, and everybody knows Texas has a lot of racism, still a lot of plantation homes and things like that. I'm black. Trust me, that racism stuff I don't mess with that. But the thing that you can, I'm not gonna say admire, but you can take away from something like that is the fact that those families know that they want to keep their power as much as they can within their own people. And they kept that generational wealth going by any means necessary. So that means that you gotta look, be like, have you heard of the Rockefellers? All these rich families, things like that. Yeah, they built their wealth. But you gotta think, my bloodline down the line is gonna be straight. They're gonna be good. I'm gonna leave them with something. Little something, even if it's as much as I can, 50,000. Okay, well, if I left them with 50,000, that means that, you got to look and sit at the dinner table and imagine. You got to use your imagination of what that person sitting across from you is going to use that money for. When I get a little bit, older, I have a big life insurance policy on myself, but I'm hoping to take out a very large one, so I can sit across the table with my kids, be like, each of you going to get about $2 million. Going to get about 500,000, whatever it is. And I'm sitting there imagining as a parent all the great things you're going to do with that money. All the great things.
After my death. I know that
which
you're
we know
is
good.
Inevitable.
I know that when I'm gone and I'm up there, I'm looking down like, I left my kids good. A lot of African Americans I come across, I get this statement a lot. I don't want to leave my kids rich. I get that a lot.
Why?
I get that a lot.
Why would they say that?
I don't know. I get that a lot. Well, I do know. It's because they say I want my kids to work for it. I had to work for it, so they had to. It's one of those things where, a lot of, people in our community feel that, and even in your own home, and this is something that people might be a little bit offended on.
This is the ADOS podcast. We tell the truth here.
People don't want people to get ahead in life, even if it's their own kids. I had a lot of kids, people say, I don't want to leave my kids rich. Why not? Because I had to work for it, so should they. So that means that you don't want to put your kids in the best spot possible to win? You say that, and people just shut up. Because they're like, well, I do, but I don't want to leave them rich. Why not? We've been oppressed for 400 years. We've been behind the 8 ball, but this right here, this money that you're putting aside for your kids can put them far ahead of the 8 ball. Why would you not do that? You can afford it.
It could change the trajectory of your generation, your family generation.
Yes,
it can change everybody. It could change the trajectory of that with a simple life insurance policy.
Simple, and there's a lot of people that can afford it. They can afford this amount of money a month to leave this money behind.
How long does the process take, Stevie?
It takes 25 minutes for me to do an application.
Wait a minute. You're telling me with $30 in 25 minutes, I can enroll in a 50,000 life insurance policy. And as long as I make my payments on time, whenever, for however many years, and then I die, that money, no questions asked, goes to my family.
Yep. If you're a young adult And it all depends on age. But we'll start because a lot of people my age, is what we're talking to. We're talking to all types of people.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom's is, she's in her 40s. Hers is like $40-something a month or whatever. Something, whatever it is.
Which is still reasonable.
Yeah, still reasonable. But yes, with $30 or whatever it is that's in your budget and 25 to 30 minutes of your time, you don't ever got to worry about it. Because then after that, the person that wrote it for you, the agent or me, take care of everything. My clients don't got to do anything. They sit down, we might explain it to them. We get all the information, we're done. You don't got to worry about it again. Somebody comes up to you, asks if you have it, you could say it proudly that I have it. Because a lot of people are not humble to the fact that I don't have my family straight. I have a lot of friends that I bring this up to, and they thinking I'm just trying to make money off of them. I'm like, do you not see what's been happening? Do you not see what's been happening across the world?
We've been getting slaughtered.
Now think about it. If every single African American, minority, or whatever had a life insurance policy,